Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be learning about number patterns. So one really important thing to know about number patterns is that every pattern follows a rule. For example, you add 4 or you might subtract 7. When you're looking at a number pattern, if the number gets bigger, like 5, 7, 9, 11, then your rule is going to be an addition rule. If in your number pattern the numbers are getting smaller, like 21, 14, 7, then your rule would be subtraction. So let's look at this first one. So first I need to look at my numbers, and I have 24, 22, 20, 18. So I think to myself, is the numbers getting bigger or smaller? And they're getting smaller, so I know that I'm going to subtract. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to subtract by. 24, 23, 22. Well, that's subtract 2. Then I'm going to look at these two. 22, 21, 20. That's again subtract 2. Then I'm going to look at these two. 20, 18, 19, 18. Again, that's subtract 2. So now that I know that I'm subtracting 2 every time, I can figure out my next numbers. So 18, subtract 2, and I would get 16. And then 16, subtract 2, that's 14. And then 14, subtract 2, and that would be 12. Now, as you notice, every time I'm writing what I'm doing. So I subtract 2, first time I write it at the top, then at the bottom, and then going back up and down just so we have enough space to see. And you have to check every single time because sometimes as we go, and you'll notice later today, the rule might change in the middle of the pattern. So we always have to check every single number. So this one, the rule, would be subtract 2. Let's try another one. All right, now I'm looking at this pattern and I see that the numbers are getting bigger. So I'm going to do addition. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there I'm adding 4. So now let's think of this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, that's add 4. Let's check and see if this one's add 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, add 4. So I know that in this one, my rule is add 4. So let's figure out my next 3 numbers. So 13, add 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 is that number. Now I got to add 4 again. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And now I'm going to add 4 to figure out my last one. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So my last number is 25. And there's my second pattern. All right, let's try this next one. All right, looking at my numbers, 7, 9, 11, 13. My numbers are getting bigger, so I must need to add. And 7, 8, 9. That's adding 2. Okay, try this one. 9, 10, 11. That's another add 2. All right, let's try this one. 11, 12, 13. That's another plus 2. So my rule is that I have to add 2. All right, so let's find my missing numbers. What comes next? 13 plus 2, 14, 15. 15 plus 2, 16, 17. 17 plus 2, 18, 19. So my next three numbers were 15, 17, and 19. All right, one more example for you all today. All right, now I'm looking at this one, 30, 25, 20, 15. Well, now my numbers are getting smaller, so I know I'm going to subtract. And now what do I subtract? 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Well, that's minus 5. Okay, try the next one, 25. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. That's also subtract 5. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. That's again subtract 5. So my rule on this one would be subtract 5. And now I got to find my next three numbers. So subtract 5, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Subtract 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And subtract 5 one more time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So 10, 5, and 0 are my next three numbers. All right, boys and girls, so in a moment, you are going to solve some problems on your own. But in order to do that, first, we got to set up our paper. So you're going to take your sheet of notebook paper. You're going to fold it in half, like this. Then open it back up. Fold it in half the opposite direction, which now gives you 4 squares. So you're going to write 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the 4 questions you're about to answer. So question 1 goes in this box, 2 goes in this box, 3 goes in this box, and 4 goes in this box. Now when you're solving a pattern problem, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to write down the pattern. So let's say the pattern was 2, 4, 6, 8. And then they want you to find the next 3 numbers. Okay? So I'm going to write down the problem. Then I'm going to figure out my rule. And in this one, super easy, add 2, add 2, add 2. So then I got to find my next numbers. So 8, I'm going to add 2 and get 10. Add 2 and get 12. Add 2 and get 14. Then I'm going to look back at my problem and I'm going to see which one of the answer choices matched what I just found, 10, 12, and 14. And that was answer C, so C was the correct answer. That's what we should see when you show us your work. At the end of your quiz, you're going to bring us your papers and show us so we can check and make sure you did them correctly and are showing your work. Good luck!